Okay, so I've been asked to share a little bit more about these things called meditation, mindfulness, and so on. And today I wandered into the field of the world, life as we know it, and came to think about this. Where does the world actually exist? Where does your life actually happen? Or my life? Well, it seems it happens not as we usually think, outside us, but inside. Like take for example the mind interpret this moment and the signals on one frequency. Sensations in the now has one frequency in the mind. And things that comes from the memory, or from fantasy, lies on a different frequency. You can see it as a radio. So in that sense, when we experience something in the now, we know it. And when we experience a memory, we know it. We can quite easily separate these two. But sometimes the mind or the brain gets a bit fuzzy and mix these two up. Like memory comes and appears in the mind, but is the other way around. Present moment signals come, but have the same frequency as memory. And this we call the déjà vu. We cannot really, but this happened before. That's the feeling we get because it feels like a memory. Anyone had a déjà vu? Okay. The scientists say that déjà vus comes after excessive masturbation. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why déjà vus happen. It's just a mix-up. But it's very interesting, I think. It sort of proves that it's inside of us that the world, or as we see it, is happening. Also take sounds. Sounds only happens inside the mind. There are vibrations in the air. It meets the sense faculty of hearing, that is the ear. That creates vibrations in the sense faculty, and then it's interpreted as a sound in our mind. So it's inside, the head, where sound actually is created. Seeing as well. Light comes from the sun, bounces, reflects on objects and things, and hits the seeing faculty. We call it the eye. And then those signals inside the eye is interpreted back in the brain. And that's where seeing happens. So everything happens within this, the field of the body. And this is where your life is happening, your world is happening. Okay, so let's sum up the reflections of today. That the world is happening inside us, not outside of us. And this can be of great use. Of great use. For example, have you ever felt anger at someone who's not in the room? Yeah. He or she is not there, still you feel anger. Well, what you are angry at is the story about that person, a fantasy. Have you ever worried about someone or worried about something that hasn't happened yet, that you don't know what's gonna happen? Well, of course you have. That's what worrying is. Absolutely meaningless. So if you can separate those two things, what is fantasy, that's that vibration, and what is present moment reality, we can avoid a lot of those things. And what can it do to the human relationships? Well, imagine the understanding, acceptance, patience, and empathy we naturally have for each other if we understand that it's not so strange that we misunderstand each other. It's a miracle that we sometimes do understand each other. Because you're living in your world and I'm living in my world. The mind is programmed with different things and we interpret things differently. There are a few things we maybe react in the same way to, like if there's a snake on the path, oh! If there's a crocodile in the pond, oh! It's like a stepmother in the house, oh! Yeah, those kind of things. Otherwise, yeah, we interpret things differently. We live different lives. So much easier relationships will be if we understand these things. So much easier communication will be if we understand these things. Okay, maybe some philosophy, maybe not so much meditation, but we can do a meditation out of this, a mindfulness meditation, where you just close your eyes for a minute. And taking this present moment. And just notice what the sense faculties pick up, like the sense of seeing right now, the inside of your eyelids, sense of smelling, taste, hearing, a sense of feeling. The body feels the surface below, close against the skin, wind against the skin. And now, deliberately bring in a fantasy. So bring in something from the memory, something that happened yesterday, a situation, and bring yourself to that situation. Something that you knew happened yesterday. And now, on the next in-breath, bring yourself back to this present moment. Experience what you experience in reality, the now. Breathing out and go to the memory. Put yourself there, the feeling, sensation, seeing, smelling, hearing. Breathing in, come to the present moment. Breathing out, memory, fantasy. Breathing in, present moment. Breathing out, memory, fantasy. Okay, so in this way, we can practice releasing ourselves from the story of things and being in reality, where things are as they are, perfect, just as they're supposed to be, because they can't be in any other way in this moment. It took the entire universe to create this moment. Okay, I think that's enough for today. See you.